Dr. Stephanie W. Carpenter. Dr. Carpenter remembers her grandfather always telling her to be a teacher. She acknowledged her childhood admiration for her elementary school teacher, Claudia Mosley, who introduced her and several other girls to the Sigma Gamma Rho sorority. Dr. Carpenter states, "I've been a part of Sigma most of my life. My fourth grade teacher was instrumental in getting a group of girls together and moving us through the rower club in high school. All 12 girls eventually became members of the sorority." Carpenter joined the Gamma Beta chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho in January 1969 at Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville. She became a teacher and worked her way up to assistant superintendent. As she stated, wanting to be a part of the in crowd and stress led to a bad habit: smoking. She smoked. Her dad smoked, brother, 2 sisters, and several cousins also smoked. Some of her family members developed respiratory problems. Her older sister, Sigma Gamma Rho's 19th International Grand Bassoon, Dr. Lorona J. Morris, lost her life to lung cancer. Carpenter states, "I learned many other things that were contrary to my upbringing. In particular, I learned to smoke, and smoke I did. It gave me a feeling of finally being with the in crowd, no longer a nerd. Before I quit, I had gotten up to more than 2 packs per day. In my career, as in most endeavors, the higher up you move, the more stressful it becomes. The more responsibilities you have, the more stressful it gets. Consequently, smoking became a crutch of sorts, a stress reducer. I started out smoking trying to get with the crowd, and I ended up with an addiction, a lifetime of smoking." This was a first-hand account of Dr. Stephanie Carpenter's life. 40 years of smoking and its effects led to major health complications. In 2008, doctors diagnosed her with COPD, which includes asthma and bronchitis, and it eventually led to the destruction of her lungs. According to Soror Carpenter, "I had to carry an oxygen tank 24 hours a day. Couldn't drive, and then my breathing was so labored. I would lose my breath and had problems with balance. I had to be in a wheelchair." She described this as a traumatic experience. "I was in tears and thought my life was over. I thought about what happens if I run out of oxygen." Carpenter knew she had to quit, but she says it wasn't easy. Her diagnosis of COPD led her to needing new lungs. In 2012, she received the gift of life, a double lung transplant. "I was so thankful to be alive. My whole life has changed. I'm doing things I've never done before. I'm active in my community groups, the sorority, and church. I go to plays with my nieces and nephews." During her procedure, Carpenter noticed that not many African Americans were getting transplants, and the number of new donors is low. She is working to bring awareness to her community about organ donation and transplant surgery. Her life is very different now. She takes anti-rejection drugs twice a day, plus antiviral medications and vitamins. But Carpenter will tell you her life is so much better. Her words of wisdom are crucial. Don't smoke. Period. It's not worth it.
Dr. Carpenter was really introduced to me by Dr. Lillian Parks. It seems as though Dr. Carpenter originally worked at City Hall, and I understand she was coming to the school system. And when I got that information, I needed a reading teacher at Dunbar School. And I immediately reached out for Dr. Carpenter. And she was available, and she did come to Dunbar School. And that was one of the most positive moves I made at Dunmore School. Because Dr. Carpenter is an excellent teacher. She's a beautiful person. She's a very congenial person. She got along very well with the students, the faculty, and the parents, and she did her job well. She was also the coach of the volleyball girls, and when she won state championship in her usual manner, she was very reserved. She didn't do a lot of hula hopping and shouting and that type of thing. But she was an excellent coach. She was an excellent teacher. She's an excellent co-worker. And when I get these accolades now about being an excellent principal, I said it was all because I had a faculty like Dr. Carpenter. And because they did their job so well, that made me look good. So I'm just grateful to have been associated and to have had people like Dr. Carpenter working with me.
We had a wonderful childhood. There were seven of us, six girls and one boy. And of the seven, three, three of us are still alive. Steffi, me, and our younger sister Sheila, and she lives in Georgia. And we had a really, like I said, a really nice, wonderful childhood. We played together. We're just 2 years apart in age, so we grew up close, with a close-knit family. Steffi has been a champion in our family. We all love her dearly. We're proud of all of her accomplishments, her education, her counseling, how she helps wherever she can, uh, how she's blessed to have gone through a double lung transplantation.
1998, when I became superintendent of East St. Louis, she was the interim superintendent at the time, and then became also the assistant superintendent. Uh, that was our professional meeting during our working relationship in East St. Louis School District 189. We became good friends. She was very intelligent. It didn't take long to find out her abilities and what she knows about school and how she cared about kids as well as the community. And I'm a homeboy as well, coming back home. So she was the one who actually gave me an introduction and all information that I needed pretty much about the district. So it was great just having her by my side. But through that our relationship became just friendly and not, only professional. And we still maintain that today. I love Stephanie. I think that she's actually a great person, individual. We got to know her family, her mother, and her sisters, and they all good people as far as I'm concerned, as well as Stephanie. But she deserves this award and any award, and I know that Stephanie does not like recognition, but she deserves recognition for the time that she put in and the work that she's done for the people, as well as pretty much the children of East St. Louis and the school district. And she's a pro's pro. She's good at what she does, recognized and highly respected, and continued to be so until she retired.
The Emma L. Wilson King Foundation is proud to present its Lifetime Achievement Award on behalf of a grateful community. A community Dr. Carpenter is proud to call home. Your dedication to public service and education personifies gold standards of excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and welcome 2016 Emma L. Wilson King Foundation honoree, Dr. Stephanie Carpenter.